Hello everyone, good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we take and discuss a very important topic of the chapter real number. Okay, means to proving irrationality of a number, and we take and in that topic we take and solve so many questions of your NCERT exercise. Okay, now in today class we are going to discuss about determining the nature of the. We discuss about the topic determining the nature determining the nature of the decimal expansion decimal decimal expansion of rational numbers, expansions of rational numbers of rational number. This is one of the most important topic of that chapter, and I think this is the last topic of your chapter. Okay, now just in that section we have a rational numbers and we check it is either a terminating decimal or non-terminating recurring decimals. Okay, for that dear student, we discuss about the very important result based on that number. Suppose that let us consider let us consider let us consider xb an irrational sorry x be a rational number, and let us say x be a rational number such that rational number is of the form x is equal to a upon b, where a and b are integers. X be a rational number is of the form x is equal to a upon b. Okay, such that the prime factorization of b, such that the prime factorization of b is not the form of the form 2 power m into 5 power n, is of the form 2 power m into 5 to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. Then x has a decimal expansion terminates. Then x is said to be terminating. Then as x is said to be terminating decimal. Okay, this is a very important condition case for the terminating decimal. Okay, dear student, this is one of the most important topic of your chapter. Let's see once more time, dear student. This is the case first. Now this is the case first. Okay, and in that case, your condition is let us consider x be a what? Rational number, and is of the form x is equal to a upon b. X is equal to what? A upon b. Let us consider x be a rational number is of the form x is equal to a upon b, such that the prime factorization of b such that the prime factorization of b is of the form such that the prime factorization of b is of the form 2 power m into 5 to power n. Okay, the prime factorization of b is of the form 2 power n into 5 power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Then x is said to be a terminating decimals. Now we discuss about case 2. Dear student, in case 2, dear friend, if a rational number x is equal to a upon b such that the prime factorization of b means its denominator, such that the prime factorization of b, okay, is not of the form dear student, is not of the form 2 power m into 5 power n, okay, where m and n are non-negative integer, where m and n are non-negative integers. Then dear students, x has a decimal expansion, then x is a non-terminating, then the rational number x, then the rational number x is a non-terminating repeating decimal, non-terminating repeating decimals. Okay, so there are two conditions. There are two conditions for determining the nature of the decimal expansion of the rational numbers. So please, dear student, first of all, you concentrate, you learn all these two cases very carefully. After that, you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on the topic determining the nature of the decimal expression of rational. Now let us take once more time. Now let us discuss once more time. First of all, dear friends, let us consider x be a rational number and its simplest form b, x is equal to a upon b, such that the prime factorization of b is of the form 2 power n 2 power m into 2 5 power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Then x is said to be a terminating decimal expression. Okay, now if that rational number a upon b such that the prime factorization of b is not of the form 2 power n into 5 power n, then the rational number x is a what? Non-terminating repeating decimal. This is the non-terminating repeating decimal. Okay, so there are two important conditions for that topic. Now, dear friend, we take and solve some important questions based on that topic. Okay, let's see, dear students. Now let's see. Now we discuss about the some important question based on this topic. Okay, let's see. Without actually performing the long division, your question is without. We take a question without actually performing the long division, performing the long division, state whether the following state whether whether the following rational numbers will have following rational number will have terminating decimal expansion, terminating decimal expansion, or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Okay. So now this is the question here, and now and in that there are so many questions. First is was 17 upon 8. Second one is what? 64 upon 465, 64 upon 455. And third part of this question is 29 upon 343. 343. And next one, fourth is what, dear friend? All are NCRT question, dear friend. So fourth one is what? 15 upon 1600. Okay. And the fifth part is what? Fifth part of that question is what? 13 upon 3125. Sixth part of this question is what, dear friend? 23 upon 2 power 3 into 5 power 2. Okay. Now this is the question here. Okay, students. Now we take and solve each and every question, part of this question one by one. And what we discuss about in that question, without actual performing the long division method, state whether the following rational numbers, all are rational numbers because of it is the form of a upon b. Okay, all are state whether the following rational numbers will have terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansions. We discuss about that topic. Okay, dear students. Now let's see each and every questions one by one. Now, first of all, we take and solve the first part of this question. First of all, we write the given number is what? 17 upon 8. 17 upon 8. Now, what I do, dear students? Now, first of all, we do the prime factorization of their denominator. So let's see. First of all, we write the 17 upon we can the prime factorization of 8 is what? 2 into 2 into 2. So we can write 17 upon 2 power 3 into we also write 5 power 0. Okay. Now we can write 5 to power 0 now because of just we know that since the value of 5 power 0 is equal to what? 1. So we also write as 17 upon 2 power 3 into 5 power 0. Thus the denominator of given number is of the form 2 power m into 5 power n. Thus, that is the number, the given number is terminating decimal expansion. Okay, the given number is what? Terminating decimal. Okay, terminating decimal expansion. Okay, therefore this is one of the most important question of your syllabus. Okay, so thus the denominator of the given number is not the form of a to is of the form of this. Okay, so the given number is what a terminating decimal expansion. Similarly, we take and solve the second part of this question. Let's see, dear students. Now, just we take and solve the second part of this question, which is 64 upon 455. First, we do what? We do the prime factorization of their denominator. So we can write 64 upon 445 is equal to what? Let's see. First of all, we do the prime factorization of their denominator, which is, now we divided by which number? 5. So 5 7 is 7, 2 7 3 is and 13 ones are. Thus, the prime factorization of this is denominator of the given number is what? 5 into 7 into 13. Thus, the first of all, what I do? We do the prime factorization of the given number of their denominator. So that is the denominator is of the form of this 5 into 7 into 13. That is the denominator. The denominator 5 into 7 into 13 is not of the form of 2 power m into 5 power n. Not of the form 2 power n into 5 to the power n. Thus the given number is non-terminating repeating expansion. This is the answer. Okay. So first of all, what I do this one in solving that type of question. First of all, we do the we do the prime factorization of the given number. We do the prime factorization of the denominator of the given number. After that, we observing that factorization is of the form of this or not. Either if the denominator is of the form 2 power m into 2 power 5 to power n, then it is called terminating decimals expansion. Otherwise, it is said to be a non-terminating repeating expansion. Okay. Now, dear students, similarly we take and solve the third part of this question. Let's see. Now we take and discuss the third part of this question, which is what? 29 upon 343. First of all, we do the prime factorization of the given number, which is 7 into 7 into 7, which is 29 upon 7 to the power cube. Okay. Thus the denominator the denominator is not of the form 2 power m into 5 power n. That is, the number is what? Non-terminating repeating expansion. Okay, thus the number is what? Non-terminating repeating expansion. Okay, this is a very important concept for that type of questions. So please, dear student, do more and more practices of that type of question. Now we take and solve the fourth part of this question. Let's see. Now we take and solve the fourth part. First of all, we write the given number, which is what? 15 upon 1600. 15 upon 1600. Okay. Now, what I do, first of all, we apply the same process. Which first of all we do the prime factorization of the denominator of the given number. Let's see. So 1600 2 8 0 0. Then again 2 4 0 0. Then 2 2 0 0. Then 2, this is 100. Okay. Now again by 2, this is 50. Again by 2, this is 25. Again by 2, no, 5 5 and 5 1. Now thus the prime factorization of the denominator of the numerator, that is 1600, is what? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 into 5 into 5. So we apply the laws of exponent. So we get what? 2 power 1 2 3 4 5 6 into 5 power 2. Thus the prime factorization of the denominator, thus it is form of the a to the power m 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. That is, the given number is terminating decimal expansion. This is your final answer. Okay. So this is the process, dear students, to solve that type of question. So listen, this is the process to solve that type of question. So using that concept, you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on these topics. Now we take and solve some other important question based on that topic. Let's see, dear students. Now we take and solve the fifth part of this question. First of all, we write the given rational number. Given rational number is what? We take that x is equal to 13 upon 3125. This is the given rational number. Now what I do? Now Dear students, we do the prime factorization of their denominator of the given number, that is, now let's see, now we do the prime factorization of the given number, which is what, let's see, now by 5, so 5 piece 2 5 5, okay, now again by 5, 5 1 the 5, 5 to the 10, 5 5 the, okay, now again by 5, again by 5, again by 5, okay. Now what I do, dear students, so with the prime factorizations of the denominator of the given number is what, 13 upon 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 into 5, okay. So we can write also x is equal to 13 upon 5 to the power 5, or we also write 2 power 0 into 5 power 5. We also write 13 upon 2 power 0 into 5 to the power what, 5, okay. Thus the denominator of the given number is of the form 2 power m into 2 power 5 power n. Thus that is, it is a what, terminating decimal expansion. Terminating, it is a terminating decimal expansion, okay. It is a terminating decimal expansion, okay. This is the required solution of the given question. So this is the method to solve that type of question, dear friend, because this is all our questions are very important. So please, dear friend, do more and more practices of that type of question. Now we take and solve the last part of this question, okay. Let's see. Thus, first of all, we have given number is given 2 power 23 upon 2 power 3 into 5 power 2. Thus, it is clear that the denominator is of the form 2 power m into 5 power n. So it is a what? Terminating decimal expansion. This is your answer, okay. So because of that number is also is of the form of 2 power f 2 power n into 5 power n, so it has a terminating decimal expansion, okay. Thus, dear student, in today's class we take and solve so many questions based on the last topic of that chapter. Now that chapter is to be completed now. Now, dear student, in next class, first of all, you revise all the questions which we discuss in that class. After that, you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise, okay. Thus, dear student, now that chapter is completed now. Now in next class we take and discuss the next chapter of your syllabus, which is what, linear equations in two variables. So first of all, you revise all the topic, all the question of that chapter, and practice the questions. Okay, now thanks to all.